Oi oi everybody, and welcome to the show that doesn't know the meaning of the word definition. Thanks for joining me. Today we are watching an episode that I can't pronounce. Gribet? 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 I don't know. It looks like it should be French, so I'm going to go with Gribet until otherwise proven. For all I know, it's a frog's rapper's name. You know, the notorious Gribet. So let's stop hypothesizing and guessing and find out. George Arthur Bloom. Pick words I know the meaning of, please.
Great. Hey, where's Clover? Hey, here. Wait a second.
Okay, they should have been able to tell there was someone under there when they were putting it down.
We've got extra thick sandwiches,
Good so far?
celery sticks, munchy crunchy crisps.
Okay, it's an American show. It still feels weird hearing them pronounce things Britishly, like mum and crisps.
Bonbon super rich carrot cake. And rain. Why does it always rain when we have a picnic? I knew we should have eaten before the picnic.
Bonbon, you did eat before the picnic. You will have been eating during the picnic, and you would have eaten after the picnic.
Gribet.
Okay, so it actually is a frog.
Gribet.
So it is in fact Gribet.
Oh, looks like a little pony has to help a little frog.
And it's another sweetheart episode, or, you know, sweetheart-centric. I'm okay with this.
I'm soaked.
Well, yeah, it's raining.
He's hurt. See? He can't jump. I've been reading about frogs in my biology book.
Whoa, no. We know where this is going. I've been reading about frogs in my biology book. Where's my scalpel?
The best thing to do is take him to a real doctor.
Or vet.
He'll be okay. Oh, I really truly hope so.
See, there we go. I can empathise with this. You know, a love for living creatures, even the wild ones that other people think of as disgusting. I've kept rats for 30 odd years, so you can imagine the things I've heard other people saying.
I'm gonna be a doctor.
Well, that's wonderful. Then you understand about the responsibility of taking care of the patient, don't you?
Don't eat him.
My mom's got a great recipe for frog legs.
You can remove the splint in 3 days. And be sure he gets an ample supply of worms and insects to eat. Any problems, you call me. Okay?
Gribet.
So I'm actually kind of relieved that the title wasn't a real word that I should really have known as someone who's managed to reach adulthood.
It's been 5 days and he still can't jump. Oh my gosh, we forgot to take off the splint. Be extra special careful, Bright Eyes. Don't worry, I know what I'm doing.
Magic tape, magic bandage apparently, just sort of whips off.
He's still not jumping. Maybe he forgot how.
Yeah, or maybe he just doesn't feel the need to jump at this point.
Hey, Spot, watch. Ah!
And that's an interesting tail. How have I not noticed that tail before?
I don't think this is working.
There we go. He's learned.
Now that Spot can jump, we can't leave him alone anymore. I'd for sure take him home, but I have to babysit tonight.
Take him and babysit him as well.
What are you baking, Bonbon? Sugar sprinkle cookies, Mom? We love sprinkles. Would you get them for me, Amber? I left them in the pantry. Okay.
Like a young baby pony.
Why this here?
Oh boy.
Spot!
Well, that's that cookie dough ruined.
What's that? Don't be scared, Mom. It's just Spot.
Gribet.
No, not on the cooker. That.
We love frogs. Amber, don't touch it!
Poor little thing.
It's okay, Mom. He won't hurt you.
No, not the frog in the blended thing.
Hi, Bonbon. What's up? Spot's feeling much better. That's good. But my mom won't let me keep him. That's bad. Sorry, Starlight. I don't have any choice.
Or alternatively, he's okay now. It might be time to release him.
I gotta get home. See ya. What can I do?
No, this is a food. This is an eating establishment. You can't just have a frog lying around the place.
My mom's got a great recipe for frog legs.
Mind you, this is Ponyland. No. Oh, this is going to lead to a lawsuit.
Okay, 1 double chocolate cone, 1 strawberry soda, 1 banana split, and 1 hot fudge sundae. Oh my God.
She tried to eat him! She tried to eat the frog! She screamed and then... I know she fell over, really, but it looked like she tried to eat him. And, yeah, look, sweetheart, if he's getting around without any trouble like this, it's time to let him go again. I know that's not easy, believe me.
I love you too, Spot. Oh, you must be exhausted. Good night.
She's too sweet for her own good sometimes.
I apologize if my throat is a little scratchy this morning.
She's got a frog in it! That joke is going to come up, I know.
We were discussing the proper use of punctuation. The question mark is used after a question. It's also called the interrogation mark or point.
Have they really managed to make it this far and they're only just learning about the question mark? And now Sweetheart's in trouble for disrupting the classroom by bringing a frog.
Spot, over here! Back to your seats, everyone! Now! Sweetheart, would you like to explain the meaning of all this?
Lunch?
Removing creatures from their natural habitats is not a very good idea. But, no but, sweetheart. I suggest you return the frog to where you found it and set him free.
I guess you're right, Miss Hackney.
And...
We'll do it.
yeah, as someone who has been involved in the humane trap and release of wild rodents, I know how difficult that can be. Because you just want to keep them safe. You know, these little animals who've got no one else to care for them, other than, you know, just got to look after themselves. You just want to keep them safe. You want to find somewhere they're going to be safe forever. And you know that in releasing them, you're basically just, you know, giving them the best chance you can.
It's better off this way.
Oh, no. Don't go. Come on, no. Even the frog doesn't want to go. No.
Bye, Spot. Take care of yourself. We love you, little guy. Yeah, it's been fun knowing you. Stay well, Spot. Off you go.
And he's got a family, or friends, so he's got to release them anyway.
Off you go. Off you go.
Yeah, I know exactly what she is going through right now.
I'm really truly gonna miss him. We'll come back and see him, okay? Okie dokie.
Oh, this episode is cutting deep a bit. And, you know, if you're gonna... you could just break his leg again and, you know, bring him back to look after. Okay, yes, there we go. And yes, I was joking about re-breaking his leg, don't worry. I would not condone that at all. Yeah, that episode kind of hit a little close to home with me at the moment. Because I mean, aside from, as I say, whenever anyone discovers that they've got a rat or a mouse at their place and they need it moved on, you know, any of my friends anyway, not anyone, it's not when anyone discovers this, otherwise I'd be very, very busy. You know, whenever any of my friends discover that they've got a wild rat or a mouse or something like that at their home, I'm the one they call on to come and humanely trap and then relocate it somewhere else. And I know that when you do move them on to somewhere else, as I say, that all you can't just let them go back where they were, because otherwise they'll just find their way back in. So you've got to take them quite a way away. So you're basically forcing them into an unknown environment and hoping that you've picked the place that's going to give them the best chance at survival. I mean, I'm lucky. Where I live, there's actually a common area not that far away, but far enough that the releasee wouldn't be able to find their way back. And there's some quite good wooded areas with dense underfoliage where you can release them. They've got shelter, they've got cover, they can forage and make the best they can of it. And even then, whenever I do that, I just have to convince myself and believe that they're going to get on fine, because otherwise my only alternative would be to bring them home and rehome and tame them all, and that just would not be possible. I mean, not the taming. I mean, with mice and rats, they're actually surprisingly easy to tame. You know, you can bring a wild rat home, you can have it tame before too long, but it's also the fact that if I did do that, I'd just have no room for anything else in my home. But the other reason that it did cut deep is because there's a workshop that I go to and do machining and welding and sculpting and other stuff. And there was a little wild rat that wandered in there that, I mean, this is a story I've told over Twitter, so if any of you know this, please feel free to skip to the end. But we first noticed him in tooth marks in a biscuit that had been left out. We realised that someone had wandered in and set up a camera, and there was this little rat wandering around. He basically found himself in a corner, made his nest there, and we decided that that was his corner. And so he'd leave a bit of food out for him. I know you're not supposed to, but I'm going to be honest, I would quite happily step over the unconscious bodies of 10 people to save a wild rodent. So we decided that he kind of became our mascot, our wild pet there. And he basically grew up there. He saw out 3 winters at that place, and 3 years old is very old for a rat. And recently we noticed that he hadn't taken his food for the night, which is not uncommon, because, you know, usually they'll if there's food around, they'll take it, they'll stash it back, and if they've got enough, they won't bother going out and getting any more. They'll just sleep and relax. And yeah, we another day went and he hadn't taken it, and then another, and we started, you know, we accepted that he was probably not with us anymore. And we carefully moved some of the stuff in his corner, and there he was in his bed, just curled up, and he passed away in his sleep. He obviously just curled up, gone to sleep, and just didn't wake up. So that was our little pet wild rodent, pet wild rat. And he's brought him home and buried him in the garden, in the spot of the garden reserved for past pets. Sorry, I'm getting a little emotional, but yeah. So that one, having to say goodbye to something that you've grown to care about, whether it's a catch and release or something you've looked after for 3 years, even though you've hardly ever seen it in that time, it hurts. I know that. So yeah. Anyway, sorry for getting a bit real there. I've not really got more to say about the episode, so thank you for watching. Hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.
Hey, where's Clover?
I'm somewhere where I don't know where I am!
Bon super rich carrot cake. And rain.
Someone left the cake in the rain.
What was that? Oh my gosh, your leg is hurt.
Sorry, I gotta put you down.
The frog needs a name.
I shall call him Squishy, and he shall be mine, and he shall be my Squishy.
What are you baking, Bon?
Frogs!